Once again, due to unforeseen circumstances, this video was delayed this week. But two things. I got a new lens and it's really wide angle. As you can see like literally everything. But this is gonna be great for vlogging because I'm like a foot away from the camera right now, maybe, and I'm still not even that crazy close. And it also has stabilization built into the lens, which my other one doesn't, and I'm getting a gimbal. Because while I use this camera for the channel, I also shoot real estate on it, and this levels that up like crazy. So I like to make purchases that level up both things at the same time. But the other thing is, it's Season 6 launch week. And with it being Season 6 launch week, I've broken this video up into 3 parts. We'll cover any new updates since the last episode, what to grind with the last day you have before Season 6, and then tips / what to go for on launch night. So let's jump into this week's episode of Hunter's Notes Grinding Guide. First up, Monster Hunter Now just dropped a quality of life update, so go update your game if you haven't yet. With this, the hunt later monsters now have a beacon, so you can easily see on the map any ones that you have walked past. They'll just be blinking like this. It still would be really nice to have some kind of scrollable list, but maybe that'll be something that comes in the future. I also really don't like that this feature does not work with Adventure Sync. If I'm walking past monsters, it's most likely because I don't want to have my phone open. For example, the other day I went and grinded at NC State, and then the real estate agent that I work with called me and said, hey, we can actually get to the house earlier so that we can get this done faster, etc. So I actually basically jogged the mile back to my car so that we could get it done quick, but I didn't want to keep my phone open that entire time. But I did so that I could do the hunt later feature. And it was just burning my battery even in power saver mode. So please change that. Give us a Palico Plus where we can have our phone locked and still use that feature. Please. Next up, monsters that are paintballed now count towards quests. This is something that I've been asking for since launch, so it's really cool that it's here now. When you or your Palico paintball a monster, you'll see the environment where it's paintballed now, and that will count towards quests that ask you to hunt a monster in a specific environment, like desert, tundra, forest, swamp, etc. Sick. Also, Palico bag items now count towards quests. I don't know why that wasn't like that before, but now it is. So basically, anytime you or your Palico gather in any form now, it counts towards quests like gather 10 items at a gathering point, etc. So really cool. And we can finally gather at the same time that there is an active hat or EDI. So if you just go to the top right corner when you enter an EDI or a hat where the little circle is that shows the point of interest, click on that and it'll just bring you to the node as if there was nothing going on, and you can just tap to gather. So nice. And then it'll just launch you back into the hat or EDI menu right afterwards. But man, this is so great because there have been plenty of times where my normal grinding path is taken up by 6 or 7 hats, and I'm like, cool, I want it to gather today. That would have been nice. I only have 20 minutes here, so I literally can't gather at all. Awesome. Such a good quality of life change. Also, the level up UI has changed. This is to make room for Riftborn skills in the future, but if you just click on the weapon and not the green arrow to upgrade, then it's there. And we also have a new lock screen showing the key art for Season 6. Very cool. On to what to do before the launch of Season 6. Again, wanted to get this out Monday, but now it's going out Tuesday night. So you got Wednesday all day or Thursday all day if you are ahead of me. Keep grinding on those daily quests because rewards are still doubled at this time. Also, yes, I am juiced up with the Extreme Hunters Pass right now for the Season 6 launch. With that being said, the Extreme Hunters Pass extra daily quest rewards are not doubled right now, just FYI. Keep grinding on that season pass if you're working towards a goal. The new season pass for Season 6 starts immediately when Season 6 starts, but remember you can always claim any rewards afterwards for a week or 2. We still have the drift stones from the climax event. You can go and look at that video if you want to see exactly which ones they are, but they continue to drop until right up until the Season 6 launch, so make sure you stock up on those. I've been really trying to grind for coalescence to take down this 10-star Paolumu in the challenge quests. I've even used a few insta smelts, but no luck so far. I keep getting so painfully close, but I haven't taken it out yet. And And yes, I have tried heavy bowgun with this, but I don't have any leveled up high enough to make a difference whatsoever. This is the crazy build that I've managed to put together to do enough damage to almost take out this 10-star Palu. A lot of the extra skills are just drift smelts that I've gotten from trying to get coalescence and other things. Anyway, moving on. For hats, tracked monsters, and EDIs before Season 6 in this section, I refer you again to last week's video that is in the description down below, because it hasn't changed. The only difference is that you may want to grind the monsters that will be Driftborn. For example, I'm targeting Rathian because I want to get the Poison Sword and Shield and try to use the Poison Exploit build that I've been working on for my dual blades for SNS, because they're both like pretty fast weapons and it should be really fun to play with because the new moveset looks sick. So set a goal and get to grinding. Make sure you are slaying as many of the small monsters on the field as possible to get ready for the new weapons and armor coming, because we have 4 new monsters. And as you know by now, if you've been playing for a while, or if you don't know because you just started, you're gonna need hundreds and hundreds of wing drake hides and sharp claws, so take them out. Hunting horn is not yet on mhn.quest as of the time of recording, but it may be up by the time you watch this, so pop over to mhn.quest and then you can use the materials tab and click go from this to this level, and you can see the total amount of monster parts that you're gonna need to get it to that level. You can just screenshot that and take it with you on your hunts. But most likely by launch day, all this will be up on mhn.quest, so you can go look and see what you need to upgrade. We have a bunch of new weapons to make in Hunting Horn and really cool armor from all the different new monsters. I don't know how good all the new weapons will be yet, but Nargacuga dual blades have always been really high affinity and pretty strong raw dual blades, which is not necessarily meta having raw and high affinity currently in Monster Hunter Now, but I'm sure that some of that will change soon as the season progresses. It'll be interesting to see how it affects everything. And the last thing to do before Season 6 is to go empty out your item box as much as possible. Go through it and get rid of anything you don't need. Some recommendations I have are: keep anything and everything from the new Riftborn monsters, but you can skip this step if you're not interested in any of the style changes. Like for example, I'm a dual blader and normally I would just be like, meh, I don't care. But one, I do YouTube, so I like to at least like explore the other weapons. And two, I like SNS and I do want to try the new style changes for that. And like I said, I already have a Poison Exploit build because of Chameleos and dual blades, so it will be fun to try it out with SNS. But when dual blades or hammer gets a style change, boy, you can bet I'll be grinding those. So I'm focusing on Rathian, but I'm not really interested in any of the other ones, so I'm not gonna keep Baroth or Barioth or most of the other ones on this list. Another reason you may want to keep some parts though is if you want a specific skill on an early hunting horn, you'll see some recommendations I have like later on in the video. I would keep any of the like low level base building materials for weapons and equipment like bones, stones, herbs, and shrooms, but you can ditch some of them based on your builds and weapon. For example, if you're satisfied with your fire or blast builds and you know you're not going to be making any new weapons with those elements, then you can get rid of fire herbs and nitro shrooms. This is unique to everyone, so do what's best for you. I tend to keep all the bugs as well because I just like the way they feel in my item box. Another example could be get rid of all the Dragonfell berries unless you are specifically working on a dragon weapon like Joe or Ebony Odo. After that, I would sort by rarity and then go Scorched Earth on rarity 1, 2s, and 3s for stuff that you know you're not gonna need for builds. For example, like Jagras, if you know you're not gonna be doing any water builds, get rid of all your rarity 1, 2, and 3s, at least, if not higher. Everything will be trackable and back on the field once the hype dies down from Season 6. You can always grind these materials back up relatively easily, and you want your item box to be as empty on launch night as possible so that there's no stress and you don't have to be deleting things the whole time. You can just grind. Goodness, this video is already getting long. I'm trying to go really fast, so please go like the video for me. It directly translates into dash juice every time someone likes or subscribes. Oh, thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Let's move on to launch night. we have 4 new monsters coming and 2 events simultaneously going on launch night. And again, I keep saying launch night. If you are ahead of me, then it's gonna be launch day. I apologize, it's just my location bias. Starting off, we have the Season 6 kickoff event. During the event, the following monsters will appear more frequently in their specified habitats. Nargacuga in the forest and swamp, Beatotus in the tundra, Bishaten in the forest and swamp, Great Roggy in the forest and swamp, and Chatacabra in the desert habitat. And with Season 6, Chatacabra will now permanently be on the field. By the way, I did get that mask finally, so now I'm rocking with a new ninja look. And overall spawns will be boosted in every location, so there will just be a ton of monsters everywhere. There will be some special Hunt-a-thon locations featuring only Beatotus, Bishaten, and Great Roggy, and the last one can go all the way up to 10 stars. And remember, 10-star monsters can only be challenged by hunters that have a hunter rank of 150 or greater. Although in my Chameleos episode, I think that Sir Boy was under 150 and we were able to get him his first 10-star. So maybe if you have local hunters, you can invite them and hunt a 10-star together. Unfortunately, my mic died, so I don't have any of that audio to go reconfirm, but I'm sure Reese remembers because he's kind of got like a photographic memory, so let me know in the comments, Reese. And there will be boosted equipment during the event. The boosted equipment will be the bone horn, hunting horn, and then any equipment whatsoever that was forged from any of the new monsters. And they specified on the website that their performance will not go down if you're hunting a lower star monster. So for example, if you have your bone hunting horn up to grade 8, then if you're hunting a grade 6, it's not like the boosted equipment is gonna go down in stats to match the grade 6, it'll just stay at grade 8. But if you have it like at grade 6, and you fight a 9-star monster, then it'll boost up to grade 9. But then if you're hunting like a grade 5, it'll just stay at that grade 8. So whatever it truly is, that's what it'll stay at if it's fighting something lower than the star level of the grade that the weapon is. It'll only boost up higher than the grade it already is, if that makes sense. And this is specifically for weapons and armor. But skills do not unlock unboosted armor unless they're truly upgraded. Check out that video for more information. And there are limited time quests that include slaying Nargacuga and Beatotus. I don't know why they specified those two. I'm sure it's probably all of them, but specifically those quests will reward more season tier points than usual. Cool. And in that quest lineup, we get gatherable materials like Earth Crystal and at least one Nargacuga Marrow and a Wyvern Gem Shard, plus some Zenny. And after the event ends, the new monsters will disappear from the field, but you can unlock them again using urgent quests through the story. And simultaneously with that event, we have Hunting Horn training quests. Using these quests, you'll be able to get hunting horn training tickets that will allow you to upgrade your bone hunting horn all the way up to grade 6. And upgrading it to grade 7 or higher does not take tickets anymore. You'll have to use normal materials for that. But completing these quests will also grant more season tier points than usual. So even if you don't want to use hunting horn, this is a good reason to use it because you can burn through your season pass. And these quests stick around until Sunday, August 31st at 2:59 p.m. UTC, so you got some time to finish them. And here are some key tips for launch night. Save your tracked monsters. Unless you didn't hunt that day, you'll most likely already use up your 3 monster or first track for that day. But if you really want to, you can just keep switching it every hunt or every 2 hunts so that doesn't happen. But this way, if you're meeting up with friends or even going solo, as soon as the season drops, you can switch the tracker to one of the new monsters. And this go around, you can track all of the new monsters except Nargacuga. So what we normally do on season launches is we designate 1 person per monster, and then if there's duplicates, just choose what you want. So that way, whenever we get our trackers filled up, we can all share them, and we have like 4 to 8 hunts, depending on who's there, of the new monsters, kind of like free right there. And because we're hunting so much, like we burn through them throughout the night. Save your daily quests. Once the season starts, your season tier points will only go towards the season 6 season pass, so it's a great way to get a head start on your season pass for season 6. Save your first aid meds. Again, I wanted to get this out on Monday because then you'd have enough days to get a full 15, but if you haven't used any from today and you save them for tomorrow, then you'll have at least 10 first aid meds for launch night. And if you already have 5 in your stock, then you can claim today's and then wait to claim tomorrow's, and then you'll have 15 total for launch night. And then if you play carefully, then you probably won't even go through all of 15 on launch night unless these new monsters are tricky. We have the bone hunting horn that will be an easy upgrade, but unless you are very new, I wouldn't put a ton into that, and I would recommend looking through all the hunting horns that are there on launch night and look for specific skills that benefit your playstyle or, your fellow hunters, since it is a support weapon. Take a look at elder weapons on launch night because they inevitably will have good skills on them because they're elder weapons, and then it can kind of give you an insight to the hunting horn meta, like, oh, okay, these skills are probably going to be useful, as well as the metal rafts and flagships like Zin, Mizu, Narga, etc. All of them are probably going to have pretty solid skills. And I'm 200% sure that there will not be healing on the hunting horn because this is Monster Hunter now. So look for skills that benefit your playstyle or deal with things that are annoying to you. Like if you're really annoyed by wind pressure or you want to have earplugs, skills that mitigate that are usually on hunting horns. Actually, I just got access to the behind the scenes footage. There was like a hang up behind the scenes, but now I can see that the Baroth hunting horn can give you defense up, negate knockbacks, and a large attack boost, which are pretty solid effects, so I'm sure that more rare monsters will have even better skills. So to recap, we got some really cool feature updates and more to come. Clear out your item box today. You're gonna need the space. Collect as many of the specific drift stones you're looking for and stock up on it so that you can try to pull them after this event. Check out last week's video to see the most efficient way to clear your inventory. I'm personally trying to pull Coalescence so I can finally get past this 10-star balloon bat. Save your monster tracker, FAMs, and daily quests for when the Season 6 launches. If you're a solo player, you may want to invest in the Prime or Extreme Hunters Pass so that your Palico can paintball a bunch of the new monsters while you're out playing, and then you can grind them safely from home. But I'm gonna get out of here so that I can possibly put this video out tonight. I'm sure there will be minimal editing in this video. Time is just really tight right now. Please let me know if there are any tips that I missed and what you like to do on launch night or launch day, depending on where you live. Thank you so much to my channel members for continuing to support my channel, especially Superwoman for being a G rank channel member. Like this video if you liked it. Thanks so much for watching. Happy hunting, and subscribe so you can go on this hunting journey with me. Let's all get hyped for Season 6. I'll see you out there, hunters.